Shalom Dammit! This is Rabbi Sol Solomon with a Rabbinical Reflection for late June 2025. Well, congratulations, progressive Democrats. Your efforts to transform once magnificent New York City into a terrifying shithole are going splendidly. On June 24th, primary day in New York City, voters rejected Andrew Cuomo, whose only sin was hubris and killing a bunch of old people during COVID. Ask yourself, were they missed? Instead, these lefty losers pulled the lever for Zohran Mamdani. Who is Zohran Mamdani? Or more precisely, who the fuck is Zohran Mamdani? He's the son of a Columbia professor of colonialism, that should tell you something right there, and of a filmmaker mom who spent a decade boycotting Israel. Little Zohran got his start stumping for a Palestinian pastor and joining the anti-Zionist Democratic Socialists of America. Bolstered by these unassailable credentials, in 2020, Mamdani was elected assemblyman for Astoria and Long Island City, Queens. Like so many liberal Democrats, Mamdani has ideas that sound good on paper: raising minimum wage, free busing, government-run free grocery stores for the poor. Can you say Russia 1970s? Prison reform. But like so many socialists, he has no idea where to get the money to pay for this Marxist utopia. But that's okay. All politicians promise pie in the sky, but deliver olive loaf in the gutter. The disaster of Mamdani is not inexperience and economic naivete. His worthlessness boils down to one issue: virulent hatred of Israel. When you elect someone whose rallying cry is globalize the Intifada, who calls Israel's revenge against Hamas genocide, and who refused to co-sponsor Holocaust Remembrance Day, you're putting power in the hands of a dangerous, evil radical. The very fact that Mamdani was backed by AOC and by Bernie Sanders, a self-hating communist kike, if there ever was one, tells you everything you need to know, except that this guy isn't even Arab. Mamdani is Ugandan, the country that gave us Idi Amin, child soldiers, and anti-gay legislation that makes Yemen look like Rainbow Station on Christopher Street. So, New Yorkers, when November rolls around, you have a choice. You can re-elect Mayor Adams, who may not be Giuliani, but he certainly moved the city past the de Blasio debacle. You can go Republican with Curtis Sliwa, who's run so many times he should campaign in jogging shorts. Actually, I think he does. And by the way, the platform of pro-police, anti-crime, anti-illegals, conservative Sliwa also includes pilot testing universal basic income. Put that in your progressive pipe and smoke it. Oh, and there's also an independent candidate, Jim Walden, a high-powered attorney who has as much chance of winning as I have of growing my foreskin back. Then again, the impossible and unthinkable have happened so many times the past couple of years, I keep Ripley's Believe It or Not on speed dial. What I do believe is that Big Apple Democrats now have their own Trump, a scary wild card they chose mainly to signal their exasperation with the status quo. Or at least I hope that was the motivation. The other option is that pro-Muslim anti-Semitism has become so ingrained in the left, even the Jewish left, that they'd vote for bin Laden if he used the right pronouns. Me? I fear for New York and America, not because Zohran Mamdani will build concentration camps or start pogroms or close all the delis. I dread a culture that turns a blind eye to hateful ideology and a deaf ear to common sense. Too often, socialist policies meant to provide a safety net instead ignite lawlessness. But look on the bright side. There's always Sharia law. This has been a rabbinical reflection from Rabbi Sol Solomon, Temple Sons of Bitches, in Great Neck, you should pardon the expression, New York.